Back on May 21st, it was announced that Ray Stevenson, the actor playing Baylan Skoll, had passed away while filming a movie in Italy. I just wanted to quickly send my condolences to his friends and family, as he will sorely be missed. For the record, this will primarily be about the first 2 episodes, with a brief addition at the end about the newer ones that are now available. And Disney, please bring Ahsoka to 4K like you're currently doing with the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. Thank you. I mainly know Mr. Stevenson's work from his single appearance as Frank Castle during the Punisher Warzone movie that was released back in 2008, which he stars across from Dominic West, who plays one of the most hilarious looking versions of the villain Jigsaw to ever exist.
Bruh.
In this series, Ray will be taking on the role of Baylan, a former Jedi apprentice that survived Order 66 and has since taken up work as a mercenary. Along with his Padawan Shin, he will face off against Ahsoka and the Rebels as they attempt to stop Thrawn from starting another galactic war. And for those that were unaware, the reason they have orange instead of red lightsabers is to signify they haven't completely gone over to the dark side yet, as well as being an Easter egg for the original trilogy poster where Vader's saber was miscolored. As for Shin, I wasn't familiar at all with the actress Ivana Sakno before the series, but so far, her character along with Baylan are easily the 2 I'm most interested in seeing develop as the show continues. Her performance has been great, plus she's Ukrainian, which is cool. I really hope Shin survives until next season so we can see her evolve further. But that's not the only evil lore being introduced for the first time, as they're also starting to bring the witches of Dathomir from Clone Wars to life. I wasn't too excited with Morgan Elsbeth when she was first brought into the universe during the 2nd season of Mandalorian. But now that I know more about her character's origins, I can't wait to see where they end up taking her in coming episodes. Plus, you gotta respect the actress got her start through stunt work. Side note, speeder bikes are freaking cool. I've always thought so, I always will. Damn it. Why aren't these things real yet? While I have you here, feel free to like and subscribe for more TV and movie related content. But also, let me know down in the comments what you think of the first few episodes. Now, back to more characters from the show! Reprising his role as Huyang from some animated Star Wars shows is David Tennant. If you know him, you know how good he is, and everything he brought to the role in animation, he brings to the role in live action. Though I suppose for him nothing really changes since it's just voice acting either way. Speaking of sassy droids you can't help but love, up next is our boy Chopper. He's exactly the same in every way you could ask for. Same design, same sound, same attitude. It's literally chopped, copy, and pasted right out of Rebels, and brought to you in better definition than ever before. General Syndulla is being played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, the wife of Obi-Wan actor Ewan McGregor. She gives a great portrayal of the strong leader that led the Rebels crew for 5 seasons. It really is amazing to see her and Chop's interactions and banter during the middle of a hectic spaceship fight. Now we go to everyone's favorite multicolored Mandalorian, Sabine Wren. This is another actress I'd never seen before the show, but thankfully I have no issues with the casting so far. She looks the part and acts the part. I just can't wait to see her fight wearing the Mandalorian armor some more. It may be a minor thing, but I also think Ahsoka's ship looks pretty badass outside the animated version. Both the interior and exterior have a really cool design that's authentic to the Rebels iteration and gets nothing but a thumbs up from me. But none of this matters if the star of the series herself can't carry the weight of it all. And since we're talking about Rosario Dawson here, we both know she's more than capable of doing so. It's a casting that fans have wanted for years, so when it actually came true on season 2 of Mando, it was an instant perfect match of performer and character. And just like before, she does nothing but honor the legacy that Ashley Eckstein built across the Clone Wars and Rebels while adding to it as well. I can honestly say so far that all of the people cast on the show have been as good or better than I expected them to be. So I'm not going to sit here and complain, which is not a feeling I'm used to having with Star Wars lately. And we haven't even got our reintroduction to the real big bad, Grand Admiral Thrawn, which like some other characters is being played by the same actor that voiced them in the animated TV shows, in this case by Lars Mikkelsen, who is the real-life brother of Mads Mikkelsen, who is a fellow Star Wars alum. He was that guy that, you know, designed the Death Star and all that noise during Rogue One. Not to mention the inevitable moments of her with the pre-Vader Anakin Skywalker that we know they brought back Hayden Christensen to perform. I believe they've only briefly talked about him twice so far, but just hearing Ahsoka say his name carries a weight where he haunts over her like some glooming presence, which is how Darth Vader should be in my opinion. Then comes our mystery character, Marrok. Marrok? Murak? Well, however you say it, there's multiple theories as to who it could be. Some people believe it might be Embo the Bounty Hunter, which I get since it's another character like Ahsoka that made his debut in the animated shows, and just so happens to be voiced by the guy who created them, Dave Filoni himself. Plus he has a direwolf-like sidekick that's literally named Marrok. Like the dog literally has the same name that's being said, but I still don't think he's a big enough character to wrap an entire mystery around. The next, though, is my favorite of all the theories, which is Starkiller. He's the main character from two Star Wars Force Unleashed games from back in 2008 and 2010 respectively. It's centered around a people of Vaders. I love them both. Check them out if you have the ability to do so. As much as I would love this, part of me thinks it's just too good to be true. As for who I think the most likely candidate is, we got Barriss Offee. She's a former Padawan like Ahsoka that already has a complicated relationship with her, where she was once a friend that has since become an enemy. And the character originates from the same Clone Wars series that Ahsoka did, so it makes a lot of sense to me. Just for the love of God, whatever they do, don't let it be another crappy Emperor clone arc. I am so done with all that nonsense, thank you very much. Don't do it. Then there's the biggest wild card of them all. Ezra Bridger. Ahsoka, it's me! I mean, sure, if you look at the odd NPC way Ezra holds his arms in this hologram, then maybe Marrok is doing the same thing. But I really think Ezra's disappearance is just too tied to Thrawn being lost that it wouldn't really make sense for him to be back way before the Grand Admiral was. But who knows, before we know it, all the theories combined may have been proven to be wrong. So just through the first 2 episodes alone, I've already gotten so much of the things I love about Star Wars, like cool starships, cool starship battles, small Easter eggs, big Easter eggs, magical lore, lightsabers, a mystery character, random droids, some ugly aliens, some hot ones.
Hello there.
I didn't mean that. Even the soundtrack has a mix of music that's both traditional and innovative for the franchise. And to top it all off, we get to go through it all with the performance of Rosario Dawson, which is just awesome. But the test of any real good series is how it keeps up its momentum. So let's go into the future where the next 2 episodes have come out and see if I still feel the same. Look, I'm not going to waste much more of your time here. Everything I enjoyed about the first few episodes has continued through these recent ones, and there's so much more going on that I'm willing to risk spoiling for you. If you're a fan of the prequel movies, you should be watching this series. If you're a fan of the Clone Wars or Rebels show, you should be watching this series. If you read any of the Thrawn books, you should be watching this series. If you're just a fan of Star Wars in general, you should be watching this series. It's some of the most authentic content this franchise has put out in a long time. For me, at least. And one last time, I just wanted to shout out the late Ray Stevenson. His character is still one of the most interesting of everyone on the show to me, and it's really disappointing that with his passing, we'll never get more of Baylan Skoll. All that we can really hope for is that he's given a decent conclusion to his arc, and not left on some type of cliffhanger. Anyways, thanks for watching and be well. You can also click somewhere over here if you'd like to watch one of my previous videos.